virtually in the Iron Age. It was the utmost desire to develop in human being that propelled the backward countries to think about the causes of their backwardness and the ways to eradicate them. It resulted in the emergence of a lot of ideas, views and thoughts in backward countries about the meaning of development and the ways to achieve them. Some of them rightly understood the meaning and the ways of the development and registered success, while the others erred in understanding it and consequently brought more miseries than prosperity and happiness. Unfortunately, those who erred are greater in number than those who did not. The two relevant examples of wrongdoers are being produced. The first example is that of Raza Shah, the Iranian king, who ruled over Iran from 1925 to 1941. During his rule, in the name of development, Raza Shah banned Iranian traditional and clerical dresses, ordered everyone to wear hat, prohibited women from wearing chadar, and unleashed police in the streets to tear the chadar off the women wearing it. When people gathered in mosques to protest, he sent tanks to storm them. The Shah ordered to habitate the Bedouins whether they liked or not. When the Bedouins resisted the plan, he launched military campaigns to teach them a lesson and ordered that their wells be poisoned. He forbade photographing even camel, as he thought that camel was an outdated animal and symbolized backwardness. The second and more relevant example is that of Mustafa Kemal, who was the president of Turkey from 1923 till 1938. Mustafa Kemal thought that development meant changing the identity of Turkey from an Islamic Eastern state to a secular European state, and launched a brutal attack on everything related to heritage, the beliefs and the customs of Turkey. He banned Islamic law, abolished caliphate, forbade tarbush for Turks, imposed Western dresses on the women with military power, and replaced Arabic script with Latin script in Turkish language, cutting the generations to come from their heritage and leaving them in total darkness. In this blinding darkness, a light shone. The light that increased in effulgence with every strike of darkness. This light was Risale-i Nur, a compilation of commentaries on the Holy Quran by Badiuzzama Said Nursi. Risale-i Nur preached the right notion of development. It drew its understandings from the Holy Quran and other sources of Islamic legislation. Hence, its understandings and teachings had divine color associated with these sources. Thus, a balanced and lasting understanding of development was presented by Risale-i Nur that we do not find in the understanding of development presented by others. In fact, Risale-i Nur provides a spiritual foundation to the idea of development, unlike the material one propounded by Mustafa Kemal. As per Risale-i Nur, a sound, sustainable and strong society is based on spiritual foundations. If a society neglects its spiritual, religious and moral foundations and hankers after the purely materialistic, self-fulfilling idea of development, it will rot from within, and a day will come when the whole structure of society will collapse. Hence, in order to achieve sound and sustainable development, all types of development must be based on and spring from spiritual development. Nursi says that real development is the development of belief. Nursi says that strengthening and developing belief is the most beneficial and truly pleasurable sacred cure. Nursi says that it is wrong to perceive that development is all about following the good life according to the requisites of civilization, to gratifying the physical appetites, and to satisfying the low desires of base soul in his fleeting life as the sinners and the wicked perceive. On the contrary, Development is all about serving the life's duty and man's aim of creation. I would like to conclude. To sum up, Said Nursi through Risale-i Nur gave a spiritual idea of development, in contrast to the purely materialistic idea of development that was in currency in his days and are still in currency. He stood for humanity in atmosphere of inhumanity, for belief in times of disbelief, for high and noble ideas and ideals in face of baser ideas and ideals, and for a true implementation of Islamic teachings in times of religion phobia in general and Islamophobia in particular. Thus, Risale-i Nur is an embodiment of humanity, spirituality, belief, constructive and positive action, high ideals and Islamic teachings, a beacon light that must shine our path of balanced, sound, strong, sustainable and lasting development. That's all. Thank you very much.